All right, what up, guys? My name is Rocky G Inks, and this is the first episode of my new podcast called Dry Wipe Chronicles. In this podcast, I'll be talking about a couple of things as far as business tactics, bringing on fellow artists, man, that I fuck with personally, as far as their work or I would say work and their drive, I guess, ones who motivate me if I could get a hold of them. I'm going to try my best to bring as many artists as I can on this channel to kind of give some insight on how they do things as far as promote on Instagram, maybe share their techniques if they want, and kind of maybe break down how far or whatever they've done to come this far in their career as well. So I hope you guys find valuable content. My job here is to try to get people on here so that you guys can see that everybody goes through that struggle in the beginning of their career. It's not what you see on Instagram where they're doing this dope work and they're booked out for months in advance and they're making this much money and they're buying all this fancy shit. It goes deeper than that, man. It's about the hard work that gets done behind the scenes. So my job for the Dry Wipe Chronicles podcast is to kind of show you guys and give you that insight of what it's like on reaching that goal to being a good artist or being booked out several months and charging X amount for their tattoos, man. So it's really about that, to give you guys insight and hopefully to make you motherfuckers laugh. Can we curse on this? Yeah, we can curse on. Fuck yeah, we can curse. Danny said we could curse. We could fucking curse, dog. So yeah, we'll start there. What up, Eric? Anyways, who's that? Okay, fool's like an actor in front of the camera. Anyways, is that cool? I guess we could do that. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Everybody was trying to, we're interacting with it. So like, there's people on live right now. Yeah, this is cool. No, it's not scripted at all. Yeah, so Eric, my boy, if you want to come on, I just got told by my boy Angelo, we're going to Sacramento in a couple weeks, so we're gonna have Angelo on the show. He would probably be my first guest, so it's pretty exciting. Even have my boy Eric Foreman, maybe. That'd be cool. But anyways, yeah, man, I think one of the first things I want to discuss is a lot of people ask me how to do what I'm doing as far as like business, and I think that a lot of artists, which I speak on vehemently, I speak really fiercely on this topic, where I feel like a lot of artists don't look at themselves as business people or businessmen or businesswomen, for whatever preference you want to be. But I think that that's not spoken enough, right? People ask me a lot as far as like, how do you do this? And you have your own company. And I don't understand how artists nowadays, well, I mean, I guess back in the day, but now, in 2023, 2024, how artists are not creating their own business and using that as a tool, because every artist is a businessman, whether they like to hear it or not. It's just whether or not I think you're around the right people to put you in that position to see yourself as a businessman, right? So before I started tattooing, I used to run a business, man, and I learned a lot about it. I was running a business for a couple years, and I learned so much about how to run a business and how important it is to show a trace. And I think that a lot of artists, they don't understand that they're shooting themselves in the foot. Yeah, it's great to have all this cash and shit and whatever, but the cash isn't going to get you anywhere. If you don't show a paper trail of that, then what's the point? I mean, do you guys plan on living in an apartment for the rest of your life? Do you not plan on buying a car? Like, these are the things I feel that are obstacles that you need to surmount, and that's by having a company to show proof of where your money's coming from, right? So I'm pretty sure, like, if I have a business and I can show proof of where my money's coming from, but Joe Schmo he's a tattoo artist too, and he makes more money than I, but he has nothing to show and he only has cash, they're going to give the house to me because I have proof of income. I can show where my money's coming from. It's not just like some money that's being put through my pocket with cash. So I think that's very important as far as having a business like a single member LLC to show where your money's coming from. It's a good paper trail, and there's a lot of benefits to having a business. For example, I was able to purchase a bunch of Apple products recently. I bought a brand new, I'm sure you guys seen it. For people who follow me, I bought a brand new MacBook, a brand new iPad, and a brand new iPhone. And it's like $220 a month. And that's to lease, right? So Apple offers a product, a business line. It's called a business account with Apple, which many don't even know. And you're able to lease products. Now, I'm sure a lot of people, especially artists, they want the newest iPhone to take pictures of their tattoos. Now, people ask me all the time, like, what kind of camera do you have? Bro, I have a fucking iPhone. I don't have a Sony A7 or whatever the fuck those things are. I use a basic ass raw iPhone. No filter, no nothing, just an iPhone. And I don't think you need anything more than that, to be honest. I don't like to put things on my pictures and use different filters. People who do that, that's cool, by all means. I just don't like doing that. I like it to be organic as possible. But yeah, I'm able to lease these products. So usually I buy an iPad every 2 years. I buy a new iPhone every 1 or 2 years. And I've been wanting a MacBook for a while. I went to the Apple store. He told me, yeah, we have a business account and you can sign up. So I have a business. I provided my EIN number, right, which you get when you open a business. And now I'm able to lease product. I'm able to lease an iPhone, iPad, and MacBook there's like 1, 2, or 3 year contracts, and I'm able to lease them at a 2-year contract that best benefits me. I feel like every 2 years is about a right time to get a new phone, a new iPad. So that's the lease that I chose. So for every 2 years I get a brand new product. Yeah, why not? It costs me $200 and it's for the business. That's a win-win too. Another thing I feel like a lot of artists don't know is, a lot of us travel, and I don't think that we're doing that to our benefit, as far as like, for me, I have a business, right? So when I travel, I'm able to write these things off on my business. I have a business credit card, right? And anytime I go and travel somewhere, I'm able to use that business credit card for these business expenses. Fucking Danny, man. I love it. We're gonna keep this rolling because I love it. So yeah. So yeah, we're filming this first episode, and Danny's fucking Danny's being fucking ridiculous, and Steven's over here checking himself out in the goddamn mirror, looking good. Yeah, biting my lip and shit over here. Goddamn. But yeah, I feel like, I use my business credit card to my advantage. When I go and travel, like, for example, we traveled to a convention recently and I was able to use or purchase flights and hotels through my business credit card, right? And then when we go travel, I'm able to pay for these dinners through the business credit card, and that helps build my business credit. Now, obviously, when you have strong business credit, then you can start doing things like opening up your own studio, or buying things underneath your business. If you want to buy a business, like you want to buy a car under your business or whatever the case is, man. And I feel like, as bad as it may sound and condescending as it may sound, like, I'm not trying to speak to you in a way where it is condescending, like talking down. It's just more like, I don't think people are really considering the fact that you guys are letting all these opportunities go to waste and not taking full advantage of it, man. Like, why the fuck would I use my own money? Why not? I'm gonna use the bank's money. I'm gonna use a credit card, right? I'm gonna use it to where it benefits me. I know I'm hoping most of you guys want to be in somebody else's studio for the rest of your life. I'm assuming you want to open your own studio. And with that being said, you need to show proof of income, right? So, like, as far as a business credit card, like for example, an Amex Platinum, it grows with your business. There's no spending limit. So the more you spend, the more access you have, and it grows with your business. So the more you make, the more you spend, the more money you have access to. So therefore, you can buy supplies and do those types of things. And then you earn money back. Like, who the fuck doesn't want to earn money back? That's another thing I think artists don't do enough. If I know I'm going to spend money, right? If I know I'm going to spend money on supplies, okay? I'm going to go to Nuclear. I'm going to go to wherever. I'm going to go in the more The interest grows. No, I don't know what you're saying, dude. Yeah, the thing is that if I'm gonna go somewhere and purchase something from a tattoo supply company, like I need needles or whatever, I'm gonna use my business credit card, get points on it, and then that's it, right? Obviously, let's not be ridiculous here and not be responsible. Yeah, pay off the credit card in full. I'm not telling you guys to go and spend all this money and not pay the credit card. Of course, pay the credit card in full. Clearly, you guys were gonna go and spend this money anyways. So use your credit card, get points back after it clears, pay it off. And I think that for me, when I was younger, like credit cards were like, oh my God, like they were scary because you spend the money and you think it's your money, but it's not, right? You got to pay it back. And I was very naive when I was young. I would get a credit card. Yeah, I have all this money. I'll spend it, swipe. But it wasn't until recently where I started digging into my credit and understanding my credit and realizing, damn, like, no, this money isn't yours. You got to pay it back. So I think as long as you use it correctly, it's an advantage. I don't fucking use my debit card for nothing. I don't use that shit for anything. I just keep both of my credit cards in my wallet. My Amex Gold for my personal, my Amex Platinum for business. That's it. My debit card doesn't get used for shit. Anytime I go to a restaurant, I want to buy anything, I use the credit card, and then once it's paid, once it clears, I see the balance. Great, pay it off, because you're not using your money, right? For example, like if something happens to your company or your debit card, say you use your personal card, you go to Texas for a weekend, and then somebody hacks your account. And then somebody in Texas has your account information now, and they take like $3,000 and they go to REI or something. You got to call Chase and tell Chase, hey, they've accessed my account for $3,000. The likeliness of Chase getting all your money back or even doing it in a substantial amount of time is slim to none. But if you have a credit card and you call American Express and say, hey, somebody took $3,000 of your money, they're going to get their money back. They're going to be, oh, fuck that. You know what I mean? So that's the difference. You're using the government's money. Like, use their money. What the fuck? Like, why are you using your own money? Don't use your own money, guys. Like, and especially if you have a business, use the business account. Use what's business is business and personal is personal, but use it accordingly. Use it responsibly, So I think that's a big factor, man, that people ask me all the time. And then another thing people ask me is how do you grow your account, right? And that's something I could talk about for hours. But I think the most important thing is posting, right? So this is something, me sitting here like mind blown. This is something that I feel artists don't do enough, right? They're always bitching and complaining about like, oh, I don't have content. Oh, I haven't tattooed. Okay, let me tell you guys something. Like, once a month, I will take a week off occasionally. I'll take a week off and I won't tattoo. But y'all motherfuckers can't tell the difference because I'm posting every fucking day. If you go to my profile, I encourage you, everybody watching this, go to my profile, okay? Go to my profile and you will see it constant. It's 1 day ago, 2 days ago, 3 days ago, 4 days ago, 5 days ago, whatever. There is not a day where I don't post a reel, a picture, or stories. Everybody uses that same excuse about I don't have content. I'm pretty sure you probably took like 10, 15 photos of your work. Maybe like 4 or 5 videos. That's content. What are you talking about? Or just because you didn't finish a tattoo that day doesn't mean you can't post. I don't understand where this unspoken rule of you can't post unfinished work or you can't post the same tattoo once. Go to my fucking page and see how many times I posted the same fucking tattoo more than once. I posted it more than once, just different ways, guys. Just that's it. Now, I remember seeing this video on TikTok. It was that rapper Russ, and Russ said, always promote your music, always sponsor your music. Because just because it's old to you doesn't mean it's not new to somebody who hasn't seen it yet. And that shit blew my fucking mind. It blew my mind because I thought, damn, that's crazy. Just because I post something doesn't mean all 50,000 of these people have seen it. No, it's ridiculous. So to be honest, guys, like, I don't post for my followers. What the fuck? No, I don't. I post for the people who can potentially see the work. So I'll post something once, right? Let's say, for example, I post a picture of a drawing, right? A freehand drawing. And then the next day I'll post it. Maybe I'll post it the next day of the finished product, or maybe halfway done, or just outlined. And then the next day I'll post a reel. And then the day after, like 4 days later, I'll post the same picture, but I'll post it like you guys see me do the bag and tag, or the clear coat, right? Or then the next day I'll post it again, or 3 days later I'll post it again, a close up. So if you guys see my page, it's the same shit, just posted different ways. And I think that's a way for you guys to post more. Start posting for the people who are not following you. Post for the people who haven't seen your work yet, and keep posting every day. I mean, the thing is, I have like a rule, like where I'll post like 8 to 10 stories a day, like three posts a day, like 2 reels and a post. I know it's a lot of work, but what the fuck? I mean, this is not easy, guys. Like, I know you guys probably see me on Instagram, like, damn, this fool's here at this restaurant, like, eating this bomb-ass food and all this shit. Like, oh, this guy's living the life. Man, I fucking work a lot. You guys have no fucking idea how much I fucking work. Man. Tips for working faster? That's fucking stupid. Don't ask me that question. Do you boost your ad? Okay, so talk about boosting ads. Now, the whole thing about moving faster at work, I don't believe in that. It takes however long it takes. If you guys go to my booking info, it'll tell you, dude, here, hold on. Let me read this shit. Let's do this. I want to do this. In my booking info, it says, and I state, do not ask me during the tattoo process how much longer. I am a tattoo artist, not a tattooer. I do not and will not rush my art. Just sit back, relax, and enjoy the process. That's it, right? I don't believe in fucking rushing or giving somebody a time frame. It takes however fucking long it takes, dog. There's people out there who can do it faster than I. Great. Then go get tattooed by them. Right, but don't be asking me questions like that. Don't even concern yourself with a question like that. Like, how do I get faster? Fuck that. Who's watching? Nobody's watching. Nobody cares. As long as the product is good, man, that's what matters. You know, I don't do back pieces in a day. I do back pieces in 2 or 3 sessions, right? Because I care about the quality of work. Now, to answer this question about boosting posts, I was telling the homies earlier. I don't think I talked about this during the BLAZTED interview, and nobody knows this until now to like share it. But yeah, man. So my first year in tattooing, guys. So let me break this shit down for you. When I first started tattooing, I did my taxes the next year. I spent $18,000 on Instagram. All right, let that fucking sink in, right? I spent $18,000 fucking dollars on Instagram, but it's because on ads. In 2021, I spent that much money on Instagram because I did not have a following. Right? I didn't come from a walk-in shop, but I understood what some people don't understand, and what they don't understand is why the fuck would I waste money on a fucking business card to give to somebody when they're probably going to do 1 or 2 things, right? They're going to take it from you and say, oh my God, thank you so much. But they've already lost, that's it. They've already lost interest. If they didn't pull their phone out and follow you right then and there, they don't give 2 shits. Or number 2, they're going to throw it away, right? And then number 2, they're not going to take the credit card. Oh, I mean, the business card. No, it's okay. I'm okay. Thank you. This was gonna happen. Either one of those 2 things is gonna happen, or I can pay Instagram a certain amount of money to do that. Why the fuck would I go and spend money on business cards, walk around, hand out a business card, and hope they fucking text me or DM me? No. What I'd rather do is pay Instagram a certain amount of money and do the fucking work for me. That's what I would rather do. Okay? Let's use our brains here, guys. All right? Let's do that, because as far as I'm concerned, I had somebody, a great, phenomenal human being. Shout out to Boyka. It's my dog. He flew in from Australia to get tattooed by me, and he found me because of Instagram. I've had 2 clients fly from Canada to get tattooed for me. That's because of Instagram. I guarantee you, I'm not going to fucking fly to Australia and fly to Canada and hand out fucking business cards. I'm not going to do that. So why would I waste my time, guys? Right? Pay Instagram to do the footwork for you. Use the platform you have. When people tell me, oh my God, this is my impression of people when they bitch and complain. Ready? Oh my God, I'm not tattooing. Oh my God, it's so slow. Oh, I don't know what to do. Like, that's what you guys sound like. You make my fucking balls itch. You guys frustrate me. Like, okay, well, then do something, right? Like, pay Instagram for ads. Or people say, oh, it doesn't work. It fucking works. I promise you, it works. Maybe just your content's not reaching the right people or whatever the case is. It works, right? But I stopped doing it because I found an alternative. And my alternative is to just post every fucking day. After I did my taxes and found out I spent 18 fucking grand on Instagram, I thought, well, I don't want to pay Instagram no more. That's ridiculous. So after that 1 year, I decided, okay, well, I'll pay Instagram once in a while, and I'll just work on my craft and hope that helps. Now, remember, guys, the only reason why I spent so much money my first year was because I had nothing. I had no clients. I was tattooing from my home in a fucking living room. So when I came to the gallery, I had no clients. So this is what I encourage every young artist to do, right? If you're a young artist out there, listen up, motherfucker. This is what you should do. If you're a young artist and you're barely tattooing for a little bit of money, like $150, $200, whatever the case is, this is what you do, right? I'm gonna put you on game. You take a deposit, like $50, $100. You put that deposit aside and you use that money to promote that tattoo. That's how you get ahead of the game. A lot of you guys, I don't understand what you're doing. Like, stop using your own money. Now, remember what I told you earlier, I spent 18 grand on Instagram. I didn't say that 18 grand was my money. I just said I spent 18 grand on Instagram, right? Listen to what I'm saying. That wasn't my money. It's the client's money. What I did was every time a client, after I tattooed them and they paid me, I used their money. I used a little bit of their money, their deposit, to pay for their tattoo to be sponsored. That was it. And that's how I was always able to sponsor a tattoo. All right, cool. You want to get a tattoo? It's like $250. Cool. Send me a deposit, $50. Great. $50 is in my hand. Now maybe that client was gonna be tattooed next week, so I'll use that $50. And when I tattoo tomorrow, I'm gonna use that $50 to sponsor that tattoo. So there's always a tattoo being sponsored. Always. That's my advice to you guys. Is to stop using your money, use your client's money, be smart, think like a fucking business person, and use their money to promote your business. Use Instagram as the tool that it is. You know, you can reach a lot of people all over the world on this Instagram app. You know, like I'll go on live and people from like Brazil, Argentina, fucking Fiji was here earlier, like Philippines. Like, what the fuck? Are you kidding me? Right? So that's another thing. I was about to go to sleep, but I'm glad I tuned in. Show. That's right, motherfucker. Some guy said I was about to go to sleep, but so glad I tuned in. That's right. You leaving, Steven? Oh, damn, I didn't mean to rhyme. Damn, that's crazy. That's pretty impressive, huh? I'm a pretty impressive species, human being, Danny. Shout out to my dog, Steven. over there, looking like a snack. Dang, crazy. Yeah, man, I feel like artists don't do that enough, right? You're not thinking like a businessman, and I think you guys should. I think when you guys really tap into that mindset of like, all right, cool, like, damn, I am a businessman. What the fuck? Like, you guys wake up whenever you want. You go to sleep whenever you want. You fucking make as much money as you want. You don't have nobody to answer to. What else is? How else do you define a business owner? Please tell me. I'll wait. Like that is a business owner. You guys are business owners. You are your own boss. So start acting like it, right? Do these things. All right, my boy. Peace out, dog. Oh, what the fuck, Danny? Here you go. There you go, Danny. Yeah, man. So the other thing I was talking about was like sponsoring ads. There was something else I wanted to touch up on, but I kind of forgot, lost train of thought. But yes, I spent that much money on Instagram, but then I stopped doing that and started pushing out work. It wasn't until like recently in 2023 of April, May. Now, granted, 2021 was I spent a lot of money on Instagram. 2022 wasn't that bad. I kind of stopped spending so much money. I was like, man, fuck this. I don't want to spend more money on Instagram. Maybe I'll do it once a month, you know. And I really focus on the craft. But spending all that money on ads, did it work? Yeah, no, for sure. Oh no, hell yeah, right? So spending the money on Instagram does work, right? It does. I feel like now my profile is self-sufficient enough, but yes, in the beginning, I do encourage that, man. And people may not want to hear that, but I mean, fuck, if you guys want to grow, right? I mean, what do I always say? I say, well, the more people you reach, the more followers you gain. Followers turn into clients. Clients get tattoos. Therefore, you get a tattoo more. What else more do you want, right? So, yes, do I think that paying for ads is crucial in the beginning? Absolutely. If you want to grow your account and get your work in front of more people, yes. I do believe so. I do believe that Instagram is a great tool and you should be paying for sponsorships. Look, man, guys, I started tattooing in 2021. It's 2024 now, 3 years this month. I have, you know, not that followers has anything to do with it, but I'm like, what is it called? What is it called when you're like you're the proof, right? Like everything that I'm saying holds value is what I'm trying to say. I'm not talking shit out of my ass. Like if you see the profile grow from the last 3 years, then it makes sense. But obviously that goes without saying that the work has to be good. So you can't be putting out bullshit work, guys. Like that's not gonna happen, right? Your work has to be good, and that's why I started focusing on the craft much more as I was paying for sponsoring ads, but I was also focusing on the craft. I understood that if I'm paying Instagram for these ads, I need to make sure that the work is good. And I think that's what separated me. Was like, fuck, if I'm paying Instagram all this money, like I gotta make sure my work is as best as it can be. So I gotta try with every tattoo I get. So yeah, that's very important. And then I think after, like I said, last year, I started diving in some more of like, you know what, fuck this shit. I don't want to pay that much. I am going to start posting more. And now I have this, not bulletproof thing, but I have this routine where, fuck, man, I post, you know, like I said, 3 or 4 times a day, 8 to 10 stories a day. Now, that doesn't mean if you do all these things that I'm telling you, you're going to fucking blow up. No, I don't. That's not what I'm trying to tell you. You still have to have substance in what you're posting, right? You have to have things that people want to share. Your work has to be great, the quality, you know. But I feel like if you do those things in the beginning, it works. It definitely works. Stop trying to post for your followers and start focusing more on non-followers. Look at your insights. You know, you guys, there's like insights on your profile that you guys need to be looking at. We should probably share that right now. Is that, yeah, we can do that, right? Yeah, we should do that. Let's look at this. Analytics. Yeah, exactly, analytics. So I look at analytics every day, right? I look at my analytics every fucking day, every morning, trying to figure out what's going on. Like, how's my profile doing? Because this is my business, right? This is how my business is growing. So I'll go to my profile, I'll go to professional dashboard, and when this weak-ass Wi-Fi starts working, I'll show you, but this Wi-Fi sucks. Oh, it's not going to work. That's cool. I can't bring it up. But you guys should be looking at your insights. You know, how many accounts you're reaching, how many accounts are engaging, how many followers compared last 7 days, last 14 days, last 30 days. All this shit, man. I look at this stuff every day, and that's because I want to see how my business is growing. Yeah, so for example, my accounts reach in the last 30 days are 617,000. My accounts engaged are 50,000, and total followers is up by 14%. So I think, for example, which camera should I show this to? This one maybe? I don't know, I guess. Yeah, so accounts reached, 617,000 accounts reached. And then if you notice on your professional dashboard, if you scroll down, you'll see like content type, and you'll see what exactly is doing well. In this case, for me, it's reels. So I know that I need to post more reels, right? And if you see here, it shows, this is like live, this is like real shit. This is my profile. It'll show non-followers. That little sliver of blue is followers. And that's what I'm saying, right? I don't post for followers. I post for non-followers. You know, like, this is what I'm doing. So plus 95% of non-followers, which is 593,000. So I'll look here and be like, damn, like, I've reached much more non-followers than I have followers through reels, through posts. So I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. Accounts engaged. You know, anytime you see green, you see that? You see green on here, plus 196%. That's good stuff. You know, total followers. Dig, I just hit like 50K like two 3 days ago. I'm at 50.7 now. But that's all because of the work I post on Instagram. Like I said, some people talk shit, like, right, the older guys, like, oh, bro, like, this doesn't matter. I don't know.
So where are they?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? And I respect everybody. Like, I'm not one guy to talk shit about any artist or whatever they want to do in their own, like, when it comes to their Instagram. I'm nobody to judge. But what I'm saying is that don't complain to me and tell me you're not working if you're not putting in the work, right? As I mentioned earlier, I work fucking hard, man. I do a lot of shit that you guys don't see. It's not just whenever you guys see my stuff on my stories, you know? And that goes back to what, let me backtrack what I was saying earlier. Yeah, there's times where I'll take a week off, and you guys, I'm still posting every day, you know? I'm literally working all the time, even when I'm not physically working. I'm still working by posting stuff on Instagram, because I love fucking tattooing. I love tattooing so much that I want to keep tattooing, and the way to keep tattooing is the way to get my work into people's hands or in their eyes or whatever the case is. Yeah. What else should we talk about?
Business. What made you start your business? Branding your
So, how the business started was when I used to work at the old company, and I learned how to run a business with like the whole payroll and sponsoring on, like, we would sponsor on Yelp, we would sponsor on Google. And obviously when I worked for that business, I had proof of income. Now, I have a friend, or friends, you know, homies who are tattoo artists. And at the time, I'd be like, damn, bro, like, you make all your money in cash? And they'd be like, yeah, I make my money in cash. And I would ask them, like, well, how do you show proof of income? Like, what do you mean? I'm like, well, what do you mean? What do I mean? Like, if you want, you know, how about buying a house, or when you want to buy a car? Some artists do unspoken things to be able to do those things, as far as like maybe buy a car, but nothing like significant like buying a house, right? They do certain things to, you know, show that they make X amount of money or whatever the case is. But I knew from the beginning that when I became a tattoo artist, I wanted to be legit. Because I don't know about you guys, but like I said, I'm not trying to live in fucking an apartment for the rest of my life, right? As a tattoo artist, now 3 years later, I'm starting to make a little bit of money, and I want to buy a fucking house in the future. I want to buy a property. I don't understand why other artists don't think that they can do that. A lot of artists set limitations on themselves, and I can't fucking stand it. It makes my balls itch. Like, oh, I'm just a tattoo artist. I can't. What do you mean you're just a tattoo artist? I mean, I know a lot of tattoo artists who are making a lot of money. I'm sure you guys know a lot of artists too that are showing that shit all over Instagram, that are making a lot of money, man. And why not use that to your benefit? Have a company, show proof of income. So you want to go buy this house, you can. When you want to go buy this lavish car, if that's what you're into, you can. So I started my business because I knew that I wanted to be legit, and I wanted to show the proof of income. So when it was ready, and when it was time for me to buy a house, I could buy a house. When it was time for me to buy a car, I could buy a car and show proof and not have to worry about it, not to forge a document or whatever the case is. I wanted to be 100% legit. Yeah, like I mentioned, a lot of artists now make great money now that tattooing is accepted by society, and a lot of people are getting them now. I feel like a lot of tattoo artists are busy. They're making good money, and why not benefit from that? Why not create your business to show proof of income? And I walk around all the time. Yeah, I'm a tattoo artist. I love it. I love the fact that being a tattoo artist, you can look the way we look with tattoos on our face or our hands, knuckles, and go to a nice restaurant and pay, with my Amex. And it, to me, it's not showing off. It just means that, I got my shit straight, like, just because I may look like this does not mean that I'm stupid, right? Do not be confused. Just because I could dress the way I want to dress, and I'm still a businessman, and I think that's the best thing. Like, I don't think having a bunch of cash on you is gangster. What's gangster is buying a fucking house. That's gangster. Buying property, that's fucking gangster. Not walking around with all this cash on you thinking it's a flex, or buying the new fucking stupid ass Givenchy shirt, all this materialistic shit. Bro, you see me in fucking, right now I got Levi's on, Air Maxes, I got like a bunch of fucking, I like some nice clothes, but I'm not gonna go out of my way and spend money on this dumbass designer shit when it means nothing. You know what I mean? It's materialistic. I'd rather spend my money on bigger things, So I think a lot of artists too now, younger artists do that, right? They'll buy all this expensive stuff when they should be focused on other things. And I think it's because it is cash. You make so much cash and you don't know what to do with it. And I think that's where it's our fault too, right? Like, I feel as peers. And to be honest, man, I think that's the reason why I am doing this, I feel like I've met a lot of artists, man, who've been tattooing for longer than I, one artist in particular, I won't announce his name, but one artist in particular, he was here a while ago, and he came up to me, he goes, Rock, like, I've been tattooing for a long time, bro, and I've never been around anybody who thinks like you, who thinks like a businessman like you, man. That's fucking dope that you want to help people. And I'm like, that meant a lot to me, man. I got emotional. I was like, damn, that's cool, bro. I appreciate that, because I feel like what I am doing hopefully does help people. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not the smartest fucking man alive about business, but I know enough that's gotten me by the past couple of years, or enough people to ask me, right? So I feel like that's a letdown, like, amongst peers, as far as like not helping one another. And now that I've understood, and I swear to God, when I came into the tattoo industry, I thought everybody had a business. I swear. I was like, yeah, you must have a business, right? They're like, no. What do you mean? I'm like, what the fuck? What do you mean? What do I mean? Like, what do you mean you have a business? So once I started meeting more people, and I was like, what the fuck? You guys are tripping. And then I started realizing a lot of my friends don't have them. And I do my best to help my friends out, hey, bro, you should try this, man. You should do this. And I think that I've taken the responsibility as far as wanting to help people, other people who may not know, to help them. Like, I'm not afraid of helping people. I love helping people. I think if one thing tattooing has taught me and why I love tattooing so much is because it's allowed me to do two things. It's allowed me to literally live the best life I've dreamt of. Like, I'm able to wake up every day, do what I love, travel, make money, but it also allows me to help people. And I love helping people. I really do. I think that's my purpose in life, is to help people. And I love tattooing because I'm able to tattoo but also help at the same time. The fact that I could sit here for hours and do what I love by tattooing and at the same time teach somebody that helps them, that's a fucking win-win for me. You know what I mean? You out here, bro? All right, my G. Nah, chill. Peace out, Danny. That's Danny, guys. You'll be hearing more of him. No one. Hey, shout out my dog. No.1.tattoo. You gonna be here tomorrow? Yeah. Feed him at full. Get him safe, bro. But yeah, man, I feel like. Damn, where was I going with that? I don't even know what I was saying. Oh yeah. Oh, yeah, they didn't have a business, right? Yeah. So stuff like that. But yeah, man, I feel like helping people now, it's cool. Like that's what I want to do in my life. I want to be able to tattoo, but also help people and help them with their goals, or help them establish a business of their own to be able to have something they could call their own. You know. Yeah, as far as like if you guys have goals, they're trying to buy a house or stuff like that, you know. It's a good way to go, man. Just start a single member LLC, and some people have their own opinions about it, but for me, I've talked to a couple people. It works for me. Single member LLC, that rhymes. I don't know why, but yeah, it's cool. It helps. It helps me show proof of income, paper trail. It's gonna help me accomplish some of my goals, and it's gonna be dope. And that's what the podcast here is too, right? So this is obviously the first episode. You know, we're doing a lot of free firing here. We don't really have a script. There's no script to be made. I'm sure in time I'll get better and better at this. But yeah, it's kind of just an introduction, you know, to kind of give you guys an insight of what this podcast will be. It will be, most likely it'll be a lot of motivational things too, right? I'm a very, I speak like fiercely, for sure. Yeah, it's kind of annoying probably, but I speak very fiercely. I say what I mean and I do things with intent and conviction. Like I say that a lot now. But it's about trying my best to help people, like, you know, spread the word as far as like maybe being maybe some people need a motivational thing today, or they need maybe some insight about business or how to promote on Instagram, or they want to, you know, just whatever the case is. It doesn't have to be anything in particular, but it's just going to be a podcast about maybe things that I've gone through, things that have helped me, and then we'll have guest artists obviously attend as well. So yeah, just stuff like that, man. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Don't forget to subscribe. Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah, that's another thing too. So I do have a subscription on my Instagram. I recently upped the price. Before it was $4.99 a month. I increased it to $19.99, and you know what, man? The reason why I did that, I actually posted on Instagram too for my subscribers only. Because when you're a subscriber, you there's access to certain things that only subscribers get access to. I posted on a story that I did increase it to $19.99, and that was because I have a lot of subscribers, and I figured if I increase it to $19.99, only the serious people would want to stay. I don't want 180 subscribers and only a handful of them are serious. I only want people who are serious. I don't want nobody paying $20 a month if they're not absolutely serious about their craft. And that was my way of eliminating those people. So if you're serious about your craft, you want to learn some stuff from me, particularly, yeah, I think you should subscribe. This is not like a selling thing either. Like, I'm not trying to sell you my subscription. It is there. I go over like techniques as far as like supplies used, lining techniques, blending, packing black, business. Like, you get access to exclusive things like when my seminar is coming up. That is another thing. I will be doing a business slash lettering seminar this year. I'm very excited about. It's an opportunity for me to demonstrate that I do want to help people. And that is my way of demonstrating that by giving a business and lettering seminar. So that'll be coming up this year. A lot of great things I feel like are coming. 24 is my favorite number, and it's 2024. So I feel like it's a good year for me so far. It's been great so far. But yeah, stuff like that. So subscribe if you guys want. Oh yeah, check us out on YouTube. BLAZTED Network on YouTube. Yeah, and then I don't know what else. I mean, fuck.
And then if you guys want to hear Rocky talk about certain topics.
Oh yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Reach out.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, if you guys want to hear anything in particular, man, I guess comment down in the comment below in the comment section. I guess slide in the DM. Yeah. I'll post on Instagram. Did my first podcast. Drop any questions below if you guys want to know. We'll be doing a episode 2 with Angelo then for sure. So we're gonna have Tattoo Angelo. I don't know if you guys know who he is. If you don't, you should. He's a fucking incredible artist, awesome person, humble, hardworking, family man, cute ass motherfucker. He's a homie, man. So I'm gonna have the privilege of being able to interview him in a couple weeks. So I'm pretty excited about that. We'll have him on the show, and maybe just talk about just a bunch of random things, man. Hear his backstory and how he came up, and it'd be good stuff. So make sure you guys tune in and keep on the lookout for that, I guess. Yeah, cool.